Hello, 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 YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. How is everyone? Hold it just a moment. How is everyone? I hope everyone is having an awesome morning. Hold on. Today is Wednesday, May 7th, and wow, it's a beautiful morning. Here is a sound like it's a rainy morning. I haven't been out, but it sounds like it is raining. Um, I am gonna do meditation for you all this morning. Yes, yes, yes. And hopefully there will be some viewers that come along during the live. But I'm gonna do meditation this morning, and I'm looking for it to be a quite nice meditation. I'm gonna set the timer for 30 minutes this morning. But y'all, I know you're gonna come back and watch this replay. Yeah, I have something for you. But I had this dream last night, and I don't know if it was something that what I ate before, because I did eat. I'm not gonna say heavy, but kind of heavy. I usually don't eat rice that late. If I do eat rice, I don't eat a whole lot of rice, but I usually don't eat it that late. Um, I don't even know how. It wasn't late, but before I go to bed. Okay. So anywho, I had this dream. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all all about it. So, but before I get into that, y'all look at my hair. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. Look at my hair. It's not really a lot of shrinkage, I don't think. But yeah, I'm loving it. Okay. Da da da. My hair is growing. It's longer in the front than it is in the back. It always grows like that. I don't know why. But I'm gonna leave it like this. I don't know why I'm feeling these twists. I'm gonna redo it. I'm loving my hair, y'all. I love my natural hair. I'll wear wigs. Hello, who is that? Derek Stewart, good morning. Says that dress is nice. Thank you. It's actually like some pants, really comfortable. I love these. I have about, I think, 3 like this style. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, y'all. We got 6 people in the room. Give me a thumbs up. You know, give me 6 thumbs up. But yes, it's a like, the little loose pant, very comfortable. I love dressing like this around the house or just on a relaxed day. So yeah, and thanks for the thumbs up. Thank you. We have someone else in the room. I don't like to get that light. Blinded by the light. Let me see. Um, Stuart Martone, Stephen Martone. Good morning. Nice seeing you here today. Thank you. It's nice being here today. Roger Henderson. Good morning, beautiful. Beautiful. Good morning, Roger Henderson. Um, King Pishu. Good morning. Good morning, Stephen Martone. Your outfit looks beautiful on you. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. It is highly appreciated. Thank you for those compliments, and everyone that comes in the room and passes through. Don't forget to thumbs up the live. It is greatly appreciated. But I have been wearing my hair in these twists now, I think for, 2 weeks? And I have been playing in the water. It's probably why my eyes are so irritated. My eyes are being irritated. Start last night. I don't know what I did. They got irritated last night. I know the last time I was live, they were irritated as well. But I've been playing in the water and they are still twisted. My twists are still twisted. They're holding up. I had these very same twists. I haven't did a twist out or undone them. It's been like this for 2 weeks, and I have been playing in the water and they are still here. So, y'all, anywho, it's a beautiful morning. It's May 7th, Wednesday, on a Wednesday morning. I'm Standard Eastern Time right now. It's showing 6:39 on my cell phone. And I am going to do morning meditation like I usually do. I'm going to do about 30 minutes, so it'll probably be over around 7:30. And I usually do a little talk ahead of time. Somebody else said something. Let's see what they're saying. Sure thing, 21. You pretty. You come to Thailand. I take care of you long time. That sounds like a made-up accent. But thank you, Sure thing, 21. I'm not coming to Thailand. Stephen Martone, your hairstyle looks nice. Thank you so much. I just liked and subscribed. Thank you, Stephen Martone. It's appreciated. I do a lot of meditation over here. So I'm going to get ready to do, well, when I come live, I usually do gift baskets, but I'm kind of not going to do it live, but I do gift baskets still. If we have any gift basket makers out there that's watching or that will come back and watch the replay. But I still do gift baskets. I just don't do them live anymore. Yeah, I don't do them live anymore. But I make gift baskets for all occasions. Yes, I do. And I really enjoy that. That's my way of putting good energy out into circulation, out in society, out in the world, in my little world. Okay, so y'all, I had this dream. Tell you about this dream. And I don't dream a lot. So I know some of my dreams mean something. I know some dreams are not always have like this deep meaning. But this one, I got a little something out of it. Y'all know my mom transitioned. She passed away on April 10th. And I am kind of like my mom. I am the 11th of 12 children. I am number 11 of my mother's 12 children. And my mom raised all 12 of us. None of us were given away. She always said that I think it was a midwife she would go to, would always say something about all the children she was having, and she would always say, well, none of them have to sit to your table and eat. So I like that my brother always say, Mom always handle business. That's how he put it. And she did. She raised all of us, and I feel like we had a pretty nice upbringing. You know, it was fun, and I really love the times that we spent together. I'm not going to get emotional and cry. No, I'm not. But I miss her. I miss her a lot. Just like I had a brother, my mom's second oldest child passed away about 15 years ago. That was really, really hard on our family, you know. And then second, my dad. But when my brother passed away, you know, with the brothers and sisters, that was the hardest thing, I feel like, for us. And then we had a sister. My sister passed away. I believe it's approaching a year. Yes, approaching a year. She just had a birthday. My mom passed away like 2 hours, an hour and a half after my sister, her firstborn birthday, which her birthday April 9th. And yeah, she transitioned April 10th, but I feel like she had already transitioned on the 9th. It's just that her breast didn't stop until the 10th. But when I was there, it's like she just went to sleep. That's what it looked like to me. She just went to sleep. And even though she had become like unresponsive. She was giving me some responses when I first got there. She really couldn't talk, but she was mouthing, you know. I said, I love you. She said, I love you too. You know, she would mouth it. She couldn't say it. And I was singing to her. I said, you know that song Always and Forever by Heat Wave. I sing her that song because she always ended or beginning either or both. It would be beginning or ending or both. She was always singing. She would call you singing, you know, some song, and it wasn't always, you know, religious songs. My mom's just a very fun person, very loving person, and she would always end it, you know, you're my beautiful daughter always and forever. She would do it to all of her children, and I would say, you know, yeah, I guess I am getting teary-eyed. You know, you're my beautiful mother always and forever, you know. So that song to me was a perfect theme song. I have us on a picture on this page, like a short with that music playing, you know, always and forever. So when I go to see her, I went there. I was able to spend what 2-3 days with her, you know, before her transition. Really nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you take that because my mom and I spent a lot of time together. But it was really nice to be there. I missed my, I wasn't there at the actual moment my brother transitioned, but all of us brothers and sisters was just doing rotation. My mom, she and I would mostly go together because my mom and I were just like that, I feel. And until I got so grown, you know, moved out on my own, but we still, I felt like, was pretty close. So, anywho, and then my sister, I really wasn't there because she took sick and went rather quickly. You know, I had some things going on by the time I found out. You know, I was on my way back to Georgia from Florida on the road, you know, and it was like, whew, you know. But anywho, I was able to spend some time with my mom. It was really nice holding her hand. I kept putting my nose, my big nose on her nose, rubbing her nose, and I had my head on her pillow. But anyway, that ain't what I come to tell you. But yeah, I wanted to climb in the bed with her, but I didn't. But anywho, I kept had my head on her pillow next to her head with my arm across her chest. I wanted to crawl in the bed with her, but I didn't. I didn't want to hurt her. I guess I didn't want to hurt her, but I wanted to crawl in the bed with her son, just hug her. I want to hug her, hug her, hug her. But I did the one arm hug. So anywho, y'all, but I had this dream last night. I have so many wonderful memories of my mom. All of us do. I mean, my mom was just, I don't think, the only one of us I think that's closest to my mom. All of us had some attributes about us of her. But I have a sister named Star. But she, you know, but my mom was just so, I think all of us kind of are. She was just so vibrant, so full of energy, you know, always positive. And sing in a second, it's like she knows so many songs for everything. And she would sing, you know. But anywho, she was a part of this group called, even though she really wasn't a churchgoer, she was a part of this choir called Spiritual Travelers. And they would get called to different events to sing. And I was a young girl at the time, really young, and I would watch her, and I admired her confidence. To me, she had this unmatched, her confidence was just out of sight, you know. To me, when I watched her, I was like, wow. And now I know why I'd admire her so much, because I didn't have that confidence at that time. At that time, I didn't have it. But even at this time, I don't think my confidence is great as hers. I thought she just had this confidence, and it was not so much as to herself, you know, but her trust in God, you know, and what her calling was on her life to be and do in this world as a, per se, as a servant. Yeah, okay, of the Most High, of the Divine Most High. But anywho, I had this dream last night, right? And and I don't dream a whole lot. So, but anywho, it's like we were at, it wasn't during, it's like she had already transitioned in a dream. And a lot of us family members, a lot of family member was around. And you know how friends come to visit and other family members, you know. But, and we were sitting around in her house, not at our house, at her house. And y'all should see holidays at my mom's house. I don't want to get off subject, but I did a paper on that for school. My teacher gave me a 100, okay? But anywho, that's besides the point. But we were all sitting around like we used to do, you know, we haven't had many days like that, holidays like that lately. But we were all sitting around after her transition. And I know I had my sisters was in the room. I don't remember in the dream my brothers being there because my mom had 6 girls and 6 boys. I'm number 11. Okay. The I was raised up with like 3 brothers that were closer to my age. So I was raised up with the guys. All right. My sisters are all, 7 years or more older than I. So, and up, it goes up, okay? But because my oldest sister that transitioned, her son is a month older than I am. And she was the one who named me. But anywho, we were sitting around. Y'all, I guess I need some tissue. Hold on. I have my right here. I don't want to keep sniffing like that on y'all. I did get a little teary-eyed. But, so we were all sitting around in the house. And, I know it was my sisters. And we had visitors just coming, everybody just sitting around talking, walking through. And after a while, we were just sitting there. It was my sisters and I at this time. And we were mostly in the room. And it's like I heard my mom talking. And I looked. And I was waiting. I said, y'all heard that? So, I said, did y'all hear that? And it was like, hear what? So I was the only one that heard it. So I was like, okay, I better not say anything, you know. I didn't want to, you know, anyways. I wasn't about to think I was crazy, nothing, okay? But in the dream, at least. So the next day, we were all sitting around. You know, again, it's like, you know, for usually in, I don't know if this is in every culture, but I'm thinking in most cultures, friends and family usually come around to, you know, the ones that are immediate to the ones that have transitioned, you know, to show some, their condolences or whatever, give sympathy, whatever they do, okay, whatever support they want to give. So anywho, we were sitting around again, all of us in the same room, almost like the same setting. And it was this lady in there actually talking to my sisters and I. And I heard my mom talking again. And I looked, and she said, not my sisters, the lady that was there visiting, that was talking to us, she said, did y'all hear that? I said, yeah, I heard it. I even heard yesterday. I asked her, I said, what did you hear? She said, I heard your mom talk. I said, I heard it yesterday. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to look crazy in front of my sisters. You know, my sisters are all older, and to me, they are just, you know, your older siblings are like the model for the family, per se. You know, they're the role models. They're the examples for you to follow. and you do anything outside of that box, you know, you stand out like a sore thumb or something's wrong with you. But anywho, I said, yeah, I heard it. I even heard her talking yesterday. I said, but I didn't want my sisters that they already think I'm a little off. I didn't want them to think I'm a little different. I didn't want them to think I was crazy. So she was like, no, you're not crazy. You know, I could hear her talking. So, and I was like, I can hear it too. So, anywho, it went on and to get, I'm gonna make a long story short, you know. So I I didn't want to make it more than what it was, you know. I didn't want to make that conversation or even the dream itself more than what it was. But this is something that I got from the dream, and I just want to share it with you all. And I know others, you know, I couldn't see her physically, but I could hear her. You know, it's like I could hear her talking. And then this lady came. I'm not going to say she's a stranger, but she was a friend of the family. She wasn't one of my sisters. She was a friend of the family. And she came in and she was like, you know, when she started, I heard her speaking and she heard it too, but my sisters didn't hear it. So, y'all, yeah, I don't know. But this is what I got from that dream. I didn't get too much into it. Yeah, I understood what she was saying to me, and I'm not going to say anything about that here. But it's like when the Divine Most High, when you're a person, because no one knows what you do when you're alone. No one. You got so many people who put forth facades, or they wear masks, or they pretend, or they just do things for show. You have to be able to discern which is which. I'm not here to even separate the wheat from the tare all the time to say who is real and who is not. It's really not my job, but I think whatever I discern, I think I should pay attention for my own benefit, you know. But now, whenever you are a person who spends time with the Most High and you take time to pray, to meditate, or whatever you do, you spending time. And whenever you get this download, or you hear something audibly, you hear the Divine Most High, you hear God leading you to do something or telling you to do something, you may be the only person that's getting that message. You know, it may not be a lot of people who are able to hear that message that is for you, you know. And at first, you know, you get excited about it, and you're talking about it, and you're telling everyone about it. And you may even appear crazy, because when you do something outside of the norm, you know, it's not so easily acceptable at first. But usually there's some person who comes along with the confirmation to confirm, or even to let you know that, you know, when something is for you to do, if there's something for you to do, or you get these unctions, follow them. This internal inspiration, follow it, because it's going to be beneficial for you. You know, I don't know how many more dreams I hear, because I have my screensaver on my phone of my mom and I. One of my favorite pictures, I have two. One, when I went on her birthday, and she and I were talking, and we were posing for the picture, and she told this joke as I was getting ready to shoot the picture, and she and I both laughed so hard, and our smiles are so big. I think I posted it last Mother's Day. I'll probably repost it again. But she was telling me this joke, and I laughed so hard. So my Kool-Aid, I have the Kool-Aid smile, all right? That's showing on that particular picture. But y'all, and the one that I posted just before, I think she had just been on my mind, so, and I posted, I think maybe like a week and a half or a week before her transition on here with the song Always and Forever. But I have that same picture as my screensaver on my phone, and it will forever be my screensaver on my phone. I also have a picture of she and I as my cover page on my social media platforms that I would leave, never change. Whenever I go on there, I would never change that. But y'all, I just had this dream, and to me, I mean, I understood what she, was saying. So whether or not that message has any deep, 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 profound meaning, I'm not going to go there, because I figured that was for me. However, out of that dream, I got this message, and hopefully it's for someone out there. You know, there may be this vision that you get, there may be something that you feel inspired to do that no one else has. No one else is doing it, or you feel like so many people are already doing it, you don't want to do it. Act on it. Do it. Because also, without a vision, the people perish. When you're not getting, you should always be, um, have a vision, a goal, a vision for your life, for different areas of your life, your family. You should always keep one before you, because that's what keeps you basically alive. And I figure that's why my mom by far was not perfect, but she always kept this particular vision when you listen to her and her talks throughout her life, for herself, for her children. And I know one of the things she always talked about was she wanted to raise all of her children up to be from under the feet of others. Thank God none of us had to be raised by anyone else, even though she had a lot of children. So that's a lot to provide for, even though it wasn't all at one time. We're like stair steps. But there's a lot of children in her time. And how she was dedicated to being a mother to the best of her ability to all of us, and her love. Having 12 children, that's a lot of love you got to spread. But she was a very loving person. A lot of people in the community even loved her. She always, like her house that God blessed her with, she always said that was a place for anyone. I mean, a lot of people didn't stay there or live with her, but when they came to visit, she always had a word to give them. She wasn't trying to go out and minister anyway. She just, anywhere at any particular building, she just did it in her everyday life. That was her. She always wanted to be this beacon of light to humanity. And that's what she did. So she said that the house, beautiful house that God blessed her with, on the corner, it is a very corner in a really nice neighborhood, that it was dedicated, and that's what she did. She kept her yard really nice, and tells y'all she had this green thumb, so she kept the yard really nice, and people were welcome to, got a message, people were welcome to come there. And when they came, she always had this word of inspiration. That's what my brother said. My number 12. Brother number 12 in the birthing process. The youngest is a brother. And he was like, it's just no matter what, when we go around Mom, she always has something positive, and she does. She always has something positive to say. And you can't get that twisted where she supports your wrongdoing. Thank God she's not those kind of people. You know how there are some mothers that will support their children even in their wrongdoing? No, she would call it out. She would call us out on it. All of us. She knew all of her children. That was one thing I liked about her. She knew all of us and knew who we were, what we were like. Everyone, and loved us all dearly. So that's a lot of love, okay? But anywho, y'all, whenever you get this vision, or you get this word, or you get this unction, follow it. You may be the only one who's getting it. Don't try to get anyone else to validate it. I remember when I got a vision for Elevated Living Today. I'll never forget. One other person told me that she was like, don't look for validation for anyone. Anytime you get a vision to do something, you carry it out. And that's the same thing what I felt like. I was the only one in there that was able to hear her talking. It was like, no, we didn't hear. And I heard it just as loud and clear. Now, I didn't see her visibly, but I heard her talking. Now, if you hear voices and they disturb you and they're torturing you, then you may need to go seek help. But if it's something, that you're hearing and it's feeling like a comfort or a confirmation, that's different, okay? That's different. That's totally different. But if you ever tend to hear voices and they're torturing you or tormenting you, you may need to go and seek help, okay? But if you get a vision, you get this unction or you get this word, follow it out, carry it out, even if you're the only one. See it out to the finish line, okay? Stick with it. But this morning I'm going to do meditation. I'm not going to stay with you all long. So, yeah. Y'all, I am so loving my hair. And that hair. It looks like such a great improvement. Because one time it was falling out. Yeah. It was falling out. And now I don't even get to be still long enough to look at it like this. It looks like I'm always busy doing something. All right. So, who we have on here? Let's see. Steven said, okay, see you soon. Enjoy your morning and God bless you too. Thank you so much. Steven says, very nice story about you and your mom. Thank you. There are plenty. I'm not going to, hopefully, I don't know. I probably will talk about her often. Because she's a big part of my life. I always say, I don't even know what I would do without her. But you have to keep living. You have to keep it moving, okay? Definitely. That's what she wanted. She raised us up. Alrighty. But yet still, I miss her and my sister. My sister. Greatly. They would call you, especially my mom. My mom would call you sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. She would call you just to talk, whenever she would, when she was able to pick up the phone. She would call. I remember I had a bunch of voicemails on my phone from her, but I got a new phone and they didn't upload again. I lost them. But I would keep them and just go and listen to them even after she wasn't able to pick up the phone and call you. Because if she didn't get you, she always left a voicemail. Always was a nice one. So we're going to do our meditation. Y'all don't forget, when you come in the room, if you can, give the live a thumbs up. And when you come back and watch the replay, give it a thumbs up. Alrighty. But it was a different dream. I usually don't dream like that. It was a pretty long one. That was a pretty long dream. And it could be that it's just fresh and missing her, because I missed him. Yeah, but every time I go to look at my phone, I have a picture of she and I. And I love that little subtle, loving smile of expression on her face of this picture that we took together. It's not the last one. We took pictures when she was in the facility that she was in. But I like the one when she was more alert and aware. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. I may need to blow my nose again. Make sure I can breathe during meditation. Hold on. I have, let's see, I've been making my own toothpaste. I don't know what y'all. I should have done that. I'm looking like the phone. The video was a mirror, but I've been making my own toothpaste. I don't know if it's making a difference. I gotta make some more when we get off this live. Come on, let's start. Did it start? There it goes. Okay. We're gonna see if we can do 30 minutes. Y'all, it's a rainy day here in Georgia. Sound like I hear raindrops. Not heavy, but not really heavy, but sounds like I hear rain. I haven't been outside. In the meditation, you can sit like this if you can, or you can do them meditation lying in your bed, sitting in the chair, sitting on the bed. Just take time out to be still. Take time out to be still, to spend time with God, spend time with the Divine Most High. Alrighty. Uh-oh, maybe it was that tissue. And but I may have to. Okay, we're gonna focus on the breath. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. If I feel like I need to do this during meditation, I will. Okay. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth, making sure your facial muscles are relaxed. Want to try to release any tension. Relaxing your face, unclenching your jaws, and making sure your shoulders are relaxed, not slumped over, but relaxed. Okay. Keeping your torso straight or erect, and taking deep breaths in through the nose, releasing them slowly out through the mouth, and letting yourself feel more and more relaxed by each breath. And after about 3 to 5 minutes, you should feel yourself go into a type of meditative state, a more relaxed state, okay? Taking a deep breath in through the nose, slowly out through the mouth. I'm going to start with the 23rd Psalm. Because you are my shepherd, I have everything that I need. You're making me to lie down in green, beautiful pastures. You're leading me beside the calm, still, peaceful waters. You restored my soul, my mind, my will, my emotions. You leaded me in the path of righteousness for your name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil. Because you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepared the table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anointed my head with oil, and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy follows me all the days of my life, and my heart's desire is fulfilled. I get to dwell in your presence forever, taking deep breaths in through the nose and releasing them slowly through the mouth. We're going to say our affirmations. I am happy. I am healthy. I am whole. I am complete. I release what no longer serves me. I release doubt. I release unbelief. I release toxic relationships. I release sabotaging behavior. I release what no longer serves me. And I take in all of the good that I desire. Love, joy, peace. I welcome in healthy relationships. I am divinely protected. I am divinely guided. I am divinely provided for. I am divinely loved. I am gifted. I am confident. I am successful. Alrighty, that concludes our 30 minutes of meditation. That concludes 30 minutes of meditation. Thank y'all for tuning in with me. And thank y'all for the likes. Thank y'all so much for the likes. Thank y'all for tuning in. That was a nice meditation. I always feel absolutely amazing after meditation. So I will be coming on pretty often, early in the morning doing meditation. I may not always have something inspirational to say, but I want to get up and do my meditations live. Yes, that's what I have been, I feel led to do, and that's what I'm doing. All right, y'all. I don't know if I'll be back doing gift baskets live. I don't know. I don't feel to go that route live, but I am still doing them. Yes, thank y'all for tuning in with me today. Know that today is already an awesome and amazing day, and that you started and we have started the day the right way, so we are prepared for whatever comes our way to handle any situation effectively, efficiently, and just greatly, okay? Successfully. We're having a successful day. Just know that you are amazing, you are wonderful, you are happy, healthy, whole, and complete, and you are equipped for this journey that we call life to be the best that you can be, okay? Just remember to be good to yourselves and to love on yourselves. Love, 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 love on you unapologetically. Because if you're not good to you, don't expect anybody else to be any better to you than you are to yourself. Okay? That's right. And always remember to do what we just did. Take the time out to be still so that you can get those downloads and impartations that you need that are specific and tailor-made just for you. Yes. So that you can begin to experience an even more elevated living today. Today, today, today. Okay. Yes. Y'all, it is a wonderful day. Okay? Y'all go out, be great, be that great and marvelous person that you are. All right? I love y'all. Until the next live or the next video. Peace and beautiful blessings. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you haven't. All right? Love y'all. Bye now.